and welcome to Drea's Fixins. Today we will be fixing the highly requested baked mac and cheese. Arguably the best baked mac and cheese in the world, but you know, that's just me, that's just my opinion. But this is gonna be a great side dish for y'all to make here at Thanksgiving or on the holiday times, Christmas, whatever it may be. But I really hope you guys enjoy and learn from this quick baked mac and cheese recipe. It's gonna be good, so let's get into it. So for today's baked macaroni recipe, we need very few ingredients. So we're starting off with the elbow macaroni. You are going to need 2.5 cups of that. And then we have our milk, that's gonna be 1.5 cups, a full stick of butter, and then you need 2 eggs. And then we have, ooh, my egg running away. Then we have our mild cheddar, we have our sharp cheddar, and the Colby Jack, and most importantly, so we have our Velveeta cheese. Usually what I'll do is I'll buy the cubes and I'll cut one of the large packs in half and cube it up. But we're gonna test out this shredded and see what it's doing. And last but certainly not least, we want to use a little bit of a pinch of flour. The water is fully boiling right now. You see all the steam is doing a lot over there. So I have my measuring cup, and what we're gonna do is take those 2.5 cups, so this is 1 cup. So there goes 2 cups. And then we got our half right there to finish it off. I almost ended up using a whole bunch. So with this, like when I make macaroni, I do like to add a little bit of salt to the water as well. So I'm just gonna salt it up. And I'll just watch over it and stir as we go till the noodles are moderately clear and done. Here I have all of the wet ingredients that we will be using today, in addition to the flour and some seasoning as well. You'll also need a mix for this portion, a whisk to mix for this portion. So what I'm gonna do first, right here, I have all of the melted butter. So what I did is I just took that whole stick, cut it up into pieces, threw it in a mug, and threw it in the microwave. So here goes all of that melted butter right there. Next, what I'm gonna do is add that 1.5 cups of milk. So this is 1/2 cup, so I'm gonna put 3. So 1, 2, and that's cooling down that butter as well, which is good because we don't wanna put egg and high ingredients. And this is just about, I'm just gonna put the whole thing in. Look at that. I had exactly 1.5 cups of milk, so that's perfect right here. So what I'm gonna do is then just mix that up together a little bit. So that's that butter and that milk. And then this is a part of the base of the liquid ingredients. Take the 2 eggs and we're gonna crack them on the bowl. So I'm gonna crack it right here. There goes 1 egg. I'll just toss that in there. There goes the 2nd egg. And then we're just gonna whisk these up together in the mixture. Ooh. We're gonna mix these up together in the mixture, my bad. Right here, we have the eggs, the milk, and the butter all whisked up together. So you can see that there. Now what we're gonna do is add that pinch of flour. So literally when I mean a pinch, like you could just take like a baby pinch of flour, and maybe 2 if you want, because all this is doing is helping it rise a little bit more. In addition to the egg, like I know people say, oh, do you really need egg and baked mac and cheese? But I mean, that really is what sets it off to me because it makes the texture much more fluffy and airy. So that's gonna be really good in there. So I'm just mixing this up real good so that that flour is not gonna be lumpy in this mixture. Okay. So now that we've done that, I want to add a little bit of seasoning to this mixture because I know you can do a baked mac and cheese with just straight cheese, but once you add a little bit of flavor, that'll set it right off. So right here, I'm seasoning up the liquid base. So I threw in a little bit of that Creole seasoning, not too much, and then also some garlic pepper seasoning. As you can see, I'm going light-handed this go around because you don't want to do too much with the baked mac and cheese. But that's a little bit of paprika in there as well, and we're mixing that in good. Okay, so as you can see, these noodles look nice and done, and they're gonna cook more in the oven as they're baking in that mac and cheese. So time for the lactose intolerance to quit, because we about to go crazy with this cheese. So I'm gonna do this in layers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, honestly, on a regular day, I might just throw all the stuff in there and get to like mixing it around, but that can be a little bit chaotic, so we're just gonna do it this way instead. So first I'm gonna start off with a layer of the noodles at the bottom. We let them cool off some, and we're gonna take this mixture of the egg, milk, and flour, and put some of that in the bottom, right? And just get to mixing that around. As you can see, I'm mixing this in by layers, so I'm alternating between the 4 different cheeses. Mix it in with the whisk, adding some extra noodles. There went some garlic pepper and a little bit of Creole seasoning, and then the wet mixture. So you're just alternating between those different combos, and you just want to mix that up real good so the cheese is evenly dispersed. Now what I will say is I really do think I prefer the Velveeta cubes rather than the shredded, just because to me it gives a little bit more of a creamy texture, but that's really just a preference at the end of the day. And here I'm also going to top it off with that mild cheddar, and sometimes what I usually like to do is add breadcrumbs if I got some bread around the house, and then top it off with that paprika for some color. Come on. Okay, so y'all can see that I was responsible for the baked macaroni at Thanksgiving this holiday. So we're about to drive up to Chattanooga to see my G-Mommy, and we're gonna throw it in the oven at 375 for approximately 40 minutes. And you wanna keep your eye on it since it's gonna be uncovered the whole time. But I know this is gonna be real scrumptious, and we're gonna enjoy it for the holidays. Ooh, I can't see.
Oh my God.
Got it?
Nope. No, wait a minute.
What do you mean no?
Okay, go ahead.
You got a hand?
Okay, now.
What do you mean no? As y'all can hear, my mama and my G-Mommy were helping me get this together just so we could get a shot at this mac and cheese chat, because that mac and cheese was chasing. Yeah. But having a good time making this little meal. My family seemed to enjoy it, so you should try it out. I mean, look at that. Good.
I got some mac and cheese here. My cousin made it. And mac and cheese, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yes.
This is really what I love cooking for. Just seeing smiles like this, having a good time with family around the holidays. So y'all, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. And bye now. P.S. Y'all see how this day 2 plate was looking? Like, baby, it was good. So get into it, okay, y'all? But have a good day. Bye, y'all.